Bitcoin is about to do something for the first time in 12 years. This will be major. This will set the standard for the next 12 years. It's time to buckle up. It's time to pay attention. If you're new here, my name is Steve. I started in the stock market a little over 20 years ago and just got destroyed. It was pathetic. But I figured out how to dominate this game over the past 20 years, and I'm here with you sharing this information for free so you can make much better decisions, multiply your portfolio, and start to get closer to your financial freedom. Hit that subscribe button right now. We cover the largest moves in crypto, and this is a chart that I don't think anybody has explained to you yet, and it's getting very, very interesting. What it is in 2015 and in 2019, we came very, very close to crossing the two most infamous moving averages in charting. Okay, you have the 21 MA and you have the 200 MA. They've never crossed before. They've come fascinatingly close back in 2015. They almost crossed, but they didn't. And they came fascinatingly close in 2019. They almost crossed, but they didn't. In fact, right when they were about to cross, they had a major rally, which helped avoid this cross from happening. You could see that as this yellow line was coming down, about to cross, boom, we had a major rally, which brought us way above this yellow line, which helped us avoid the cross completely. So as we stand here today with this cross about to happen, is Bitcoin going to have an enormous rally above this yellow line to avoid this cross? Or is Bitcoin for the first time ever going to have this bearish cross? That's what we're going to cover in today's video. I'm also going to give the latest update on this one. But this chart is a shout out to our student TJ. Shout out to you, TJ. This is coming from one of our students who is also a part of our team. If you have a chart idea, you can email us, and potentially there's a very small chance that you'll make it into the big stage here. So let's cover this chart and let's dissect it pound for pound. I do want to say that we've been out here grinding. We have been out here hustling. If you followed my channel for a long time, for many years, we used to make one video per week. It took us 3 days of pre-production to even make that one video per week. And now we're putting out 3 or 4 videos a week. We're out here hustling. So get a thumbs up on this video right now to show some appreciation and love. We're hustling. Now, back to this yellow line crossing through this red line. Is Bitcoin going to have a major rally, or are we going to cross down? There's some clues. For example, when you go down here and you look at what was the closest point in here at this pivot point here, was roughly about 10%. And then we got a little bit closer once we bottomed and we were on our way back up, which was about 5%. So this was about 10% when we were coming in hot, and it was about 10% gap, meaning 10% from this line to this line. And when you look at where we're at now, we're a little bit less than 10% as we speak, but we're about to print a new candle, which will update this chart in a few days. So we're about 8% now, and we're coming in hot, right? Bitcoin would literally have to rally up above this level, which is at about 25K, just to avoid this type of a cross. But what would this type of a cross do to Bitcoin long term? What it would do is something similar to this chart. For Bitcoin's entire 12-year history, we've played the game in between these two yellow lines. We had a top yellow line and a bottom yellow line. And about 99% of price action, 99.9, has happened inside of here, meaning we didn't play outside of these rules. And for Bitcoin's entire history, we bounced from the bottom of the channel back to the top of the channel, to the bottom of the channel, back to the top of the channel. And then recently, Bitcoin has not been playing by the rules. We did not have a traditional top to the market because of this cycle here. This was an A, B, C correction, and this cycle was not supposed to happen. We were supposed to have a traditional bottoming cycle like this one. Bitcoin got too bullish. We said on our channel time and time again, everybody said, oh, this is when we're going to 100K. We said not so fast. We called for the top of this cycle at 14K. We always cover the largest moves in Bitcoin. And by the way, if you followed our channel back here, we called for a legendary rally. You can go watch the video. We called it a legendary rally is coming. We rallied all the way up here, and then we called for the top of the market to be at 14K because of a Great Stone Doji candle. And then we came down here. This was not a sustainable run. This was an ABC correction. And because of that, it threw a wrench into the next market cycle. We did not build a strong foundation for the next bull run. This is a strong foundation, which is why the bull run was so strong. This is a strong foundation, which is why the bull run was so strong. We need to now be focused on our strong foundation. Bitcoin cannot have a rally, up to this level at 45K. I know everybody would be incredibly excited. That would be devastating to me because the next bull run would be a mess. We need a strong foundation, and we have to create that over the next 3 to 6 months in order to have a very strong, healthy next bull run. Right? So what we see happening here is because of this rally that was not sustainable, we had this correction, which was also not sustainable, and then we tried to rally out of that in a bull run, which was not sustainable either. So we didn't have any healthy foundation to build off of for any of these moves, which is why we had this top here, and which is why you see price action below this yellow line for the first time ever. Again, 99% of the price action happening in between here, not anymore. This is likely a trend that we won't see for the next 10 years. We will have to reevaluate this, and we will have to adjust the mathematics of this. But for the next 10 years, we will not play inside of this channel. We will have to draw a channel that's slightly lower. By slightly, I mean much lower, so that we can fit price action in for the next 10 years, okay? The reason is that this whole cycle, which played out over the course of 3 or 4 years, was unorthodox and not healthy, and that will affect the next couple cycles, okay? So with that said, with us playing below this level, and at the same time with the RSI playing below a level that has historically been our support, boom, support 2015, boom, support 2019, now it's resistance, all right? So we're playing a completely different game. And I would also say this, in our next bull run, we cannot expect Bitcoin to reach up to this high in the 90 level. You can see we had a high, a lower high, another lower high. Expect another lower high. I mean, we'll be lucky to get up to 85 on the monthly chart in a couple of years from now in the highest of our bull run. I think just because of this, we have major resistance above our head. It's going to take some muscle to get above that, as well as this major resistance of this yellow line. And again, just the next 10 years of Bitcoin will be slightly different than the first 10 years of Bitcoin. So with that said, it would be not surprising if we had this cross through here for the first time ever. I think this is the cycle that it happens. If it doesn't happen this cycle, it's probably going to happen in the next cycle, but it might happen in both. It might happen this cycle and in next cycle. The only way, like we said, to avoid it is for us to rally all the way above here, which it would be 25K just to get above here. We would have to rally up to 30, 32K just to avoid this, given the trajectory we're on. So that's where we stand right now. I wanted to give a couple takes if the bull run is going to start, or the bear market has more legs, or the bottom is not in. These are the questions you're probably wondering. I've addressed this in probably every video for the past 80 days, but I'll address it again. Where do I stand? I think the big picture is this chart right here. Right now in Bitcoin, if you look at the price of Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is right now is one of the 5 best buying opportunities of Bitcoin's life. Not up for debate. That's not up for debate. What is up for debate is if the bottom is in or not. We can debate that, and there are arguments on both sides. What's not up for debate is Bitcoin has been in 4 distinct golden zones in its entire life. This is the 4th one we're in right now. There's only been 3 others. These are very short-lived. Sometimes we're down here just for a few candles. Sometimes it's a little bit more. But make no mistake, we're knee-deep in the golden zone. Bitcoin has the most selling pressure that we've ever seen in Bitcoin's entire history. Case in point right here in the monthly RSI. And with those 2 factors, this is one of the best buying opportunities of Bitcoin's history. Case in point. One of the 5 best buying opportunities of Bitcoin's life. That's the key. And hopefully that's a wake-up call to you. If you are waiting for lower prices, it's irrelevant if Bitcoin goes lower. This is one of the 5 best. If it does go lower, it will be one of the best, top 1 or 2, maybe 3rd place ever. So should you buy Bitcoin right now? You should. This is not financial advice, but just look at this chart. Look at the facts that are in front of you. It's undeniable. Is the bottom in? We believe it's still in. The case that it's not in is gaining momentum. But again, it's not a popular opinion to say that the bottom is in. And we said it 80 days ago when it was really not popular. And it hasn't been popular since then. The high majority of people for this entire 80 days have consistently said, and you can look at any polls, ours or others, that the bottom is not in. We are on the other side of the fence based on the facts and the charts, and we will stay there until the facts and the charts change, and then we'll change our opinion based on the facts. That's where we stand. Hit that subscribe button. Go get your trade alerts, cryptocrewuniversity.com, and I'll see you right back here in the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. Do you want to know when to buy and when to sell? Click this video right now.